Hi, I'm Dan Peacock. Today I want to continue where I left off in my last video. As I go through life, I find myself I'm always on a continual quest for knowledge. I like to learn how to do new things or how to make new things. I just love the whole creative process. I find that it gets me looking for answers. But somewhere along the way I learned that in order to get good answers, first I have to learn how to ask good questions. Now as I look back over the years, I've spent an awful lot of time learning how to do woodworking or photography or a whole host of other things, and a lot less time spent studying God's Word. Now, I became a Christian when I was around 12. For the first few years I really did study the Bible and learned a lot of things, but somewhere along the way it became less of a priority. Now, I did continue to attend church and I did have faith in God, but really I didn't put Him first place in my life. Since I started putting together thoughts for these video series, I found myself really wanting to spend time in God's Word every day, learning what His plan is for my life. And I have a focus of asking good questions in order to get good answers. And I find there's few bigger questions around today than, how did we get here? The prevailing answer to this question, of course, today is evolution. But have you ever really taken a close look at what they propose in that theory? Step one, of course, was the Big Bang. This, they say, happened some 13 billion years ago. This started everything in motion and things started bumping into each other. And over the course of time, stars were formed, and then planets formed around these stars. And in our case, planet Earth landed just where it needed to in order to be able to support life. So now step two, of course, was the formation of life. Now there's a whole bunch of different theories about how this actually happened, but ultimately microscopic life developed here on Earth. And from that developed everything around us. Today on Earth there are approximately 8.8 million different species. This ranges from bugs and trees to fish and birds and animals of all shapes and sizes, all with a common beginning. Now I find that really hard to believe myself. I know they say they have all this evidence, but evidence isn't truth. It's how you interpret the evidence that forms the truth. That's why it's important to ask good questions. If you look at the history of science, the truth is constantly changing, but the message of the Bible stays the same. I, of course, believe that in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And you might say, where's your evidence? Well, the first words of the Bible say so, and really that's good enough for me. But beyond that, when I spend time out in nature, I see the diversity and complexity of just the world around us and how things work. I can't believe that this just sort of happened over the course of 4 billion years and this is just some gigantic fluke. Now, I don't expect you to take my word for it. Take a look at the evidence for yourself. And remember, really ask good questions.